The board has changed at Eskom, but not the management. Is the management going to stay in place, or might we see changes on that front?
In any organization, public or private sector, executives have longer tenure than boards. And so executives live or fall on their swords based on their performance. And so performance management is what we're going to be driven by. To jump the gun now and just start making unsubstantiated pronouncements on whether person X, person Y, person Z should be staying in their job or not would not be responsible for us as a board. We will get in, engage, understand who's capable of doing what, understand who's delivering what sorts of value, and respond accordingly. Where consequence management is needed, then we'll apply consequence management. Where celebration of that performance is required, then we'll celebrate it accordingly.
When we look at Eskom, there has been a lot of conversation about whether it should continue in its dominant role, as a virtual monopoly. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are we should have an objective discussion about this point. Firstly, in the sense that every major economy in the world has looked at how it can create a separation between the three entities of generation, transmission, and distribution. So the model itself that we have in South Africa is fairly outdated, and we need to look at it practically and balance what serves our country relative to where the rest of the world is at. So that's the first part. The second part that we should constantly be mindful of is the fact that if we look at ourselves as a country relative to our neighbors, we are more than 40,000 megawatts capacity in terms of our installed capacity. The neighbors, none of our neighbors come anywhere near that. And this is a dilemma for the country relative to, again, other economies in the world.
You alluded to the need for your suppliers to give you a high quality coal. Have there been challenges? Because I saw somewhere that there was a hint that there was a challenge with the quality of coal being supplied to Eskom.
I would like to have the benefit of a proper briefing as we are onboarding. As you know, today is day 6, more or less, since our appointment. And so my intuition tells me that we will have to review. If I look at the Eskom numbers in terms of its income statement and balance sheet, I get a sense the coal costs need to be engaged with.
How do you deal with the kind of political baggage, if you like, that comes with this role? Because everyone seems to think that they're your boss, basically.
Yes, look, I think principled leadership is key in these responsibilities. Accountable leadership is also key. Generally, I find in my little experience of 52 years of life, if you openly account on what you're doing, people tend to be a little bit more understanding, a little bit more supportive. But if they think you're hiding things from them, and if you go in there and start playing politics instead of doing your job, my sense is then you find yourself in trouble. So I hope we will be given space to be a group of a collective of consummate professionals that are doing the job we've been assigned to by a shareholder, and that at regular intervals we are allowed to revert back to the nation with updates on where we are, what we're achieving, what we're struggling with, and what support we need.